Okay, I'm back for part 2 of HTML linking pages, and you can see the first part already on YouTube. So I believe we left off at the point where I was going to copy this list in the index page. Okay, and you can see my tabs here: index, portfolio, contact, about me. And so I'm going to go ahead and go back to my index page. I'm going to copy this list. You see all the anchor tags showing that link to each one of those individual pages. So all I merely have to do, highlight it, Control C. I'm going to go into the, doesn't matter which one I go into next, I'll go into the portfolio page, and I'm just going to highlight this. I don't even need this list anymore. And I'm going to paste. So I'm going to do Control V. There it is. I'm going to go into the contact page and do the same thing. I'm going to highlight, Control V. I'm going to go to the About Me page, Control V to paste. Now I didn't save any of those last 3 files, so I'm going to save. I'm going to go here. I'm going to save. And now into my portfolio page, I'm going to save that one as well. Okay. Then I'm going to go into my portfolio page, and I'm going to click on the home page. I'm going to click on the About Me page, portfolio, and contact. And as you see, they all work. They're all interlinked. And technically, you officially have a web page. Now let me go back into this contact page. I see a little error there, so I'm going to come up here and let's see, it's right in this. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I don't seem to find it. All right, I'm going to pause the video and see if I can't locate it. I'll be back. Okay, I found that little piece, that extra angle bracket happened to be right by this UL tag. As you can see, it's very easy to lose track of where you are. Of course, the web browser doesn't lie. If something's happening here, then you just got to locate it in the code. And I realize it's difficult, especially first starting out. And so that's why I'm going to copy all this code and later have it put on the website. Obviously, you're going to have to change the attributes and the values to more so the values. The attributes will probably stay the same. You might add additional attributes if you want to change like font style and family and those kinds of things. And I'm going to direct you to a web page that will allow you to find different types of attributes, but that comes later in the video. The next step is to convert this to a table-based website, and we're going to see how that works right now. Okay, so before I do that, I just want to make a comment about the picture that just magically appeared. Obviously, I paused the video, but if you notice, there was a little black tiny rectangle there, and I had just forgotten to save the hand photo here, the picture of the stadium. Okay, well, we're back. Alright, so one thing I'm going to show you how to do, and it's called commenting. And commenting is a device that web designers use to give them little notes, just letting them know what they did. It doesn't affect the layout, the actual website and the browser. And again, it's just like a notation that reminds the code maker, the web designer, what he or she did. And obviously, a simple code like this wouldn't really require a comment, but as your web page develops with more pages and more content, you can imagine the size and length of the code that you will get. So the reason why I'm going to put a comment up here is because, oh, and I forgot a little mark here. So, and that's another good reason. That's another reason why you need to get Notepad++. I would have forgotten if it wasn't green, and that's what the comment does in this particular software. So I've got this left angle bracket, exclamation point, dash dash, and you don't even have to write comment if you want to comment something out. This is called commenting something out. And why am I commenting this out? Well, because we're actually going to not need this layout anymore, because we're going to create a table-based layout. And so I just refreshed it. And so all this stuff that's in green, everything that's between these comments, so you got this dash, you have the exclamation point, or sorry, the angle bracket, the exclamation point, and the two dashes, and then I've got it closed up down here. Now what I want to do is make a table, and so I'm going to start by using a table tag. Okay, and I'm going to close that table tag because I don't want to forget. Okay, and then I'm just going to add a couple of table rows. So TR, close that TR, okay, and I'm going to build it up. So starting with a TH, and I'm going to go ahead and just start giving it some color right now. So TH, it's going to be yellow. And actually, you know what? I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. I'm going to go back up to that table tag. Okay. Now, you might want to ask your teacher. I know you're having a sub tomorrow, Mr. Akers, but you might want to have your sub pause at this point right now. And we're going to add a line in center. Okay. And then border. We're not going to give it a border, but we do want to indicate that it's 0. Okay. And width. I don't know if you can hear my dog in the background, but he's a good little watchdog apparently. And then we're going to go 0 for the cell padding. So I'm going to go ahead and suggest that you pause this. Get all this, okay, and I'm going to save it and refresh. Nothing is going to show up, but just thought I'd try that. Col span, so I'm back down in the TH tag, and we're going to give it a col span of 2, okay. 2 means that there's going to be 2 cells below this row. Okay, so this is going to be the heading for our table, and it's going to look like a banner at the top of a web page, and you'll see it directly as soon as I finish this code. So I'm going to make the width 600 as well. I accidentally put 800. And we're going to put a height of 100. Okay. And I'm going to close that bracket. And then we'll close that TH. And then I'm going to make a heading. And it's going to say, welcome to, and you can put your name, somewhat like the other one. Okay, now I'm going to save it, and I'm going to refresh. And there you go. Now, the only thing it didn't get here is yellow, and you probably noticed it before I did. I need the equal sign. So I'm going to save it, and now refresh it. There you go. Now, I've got a large screen at home. I have a 27-inch monitor, and normally I would make this span a lot longer. This would be my heading, my headline. You know, and as you develop this, you'd want to get a logo in here. You want to get special font. But right now we're just doing basics. Okay. I'm going to pause the video, and you'll see a new row. So I will explain what I added. I'm going to pause the video and I'll come back. Okay, I'm back, and I just want to point out a few things that I did. Namely, is adding these comments. So up here in the yellow banner, just want to be clear on this, where it says welcome to DeConnie's website. This is the first row. I think we talked about that. Now I did change some numbers here, and I apologize, but things don't always work according to how I envision it. But here it is. The width is 800 up in the table tag. I took the width away from that TH tag, so just delete that. But I did want to maintain that height of 100. Okay, and then so you've got the height of that banner at 100. Okay, now coming down here to the second row. Now in the second row, this whole thing, this green and this blue, this is known as the second row. Okay, but in that row, you've got two data areas. Okay, and you see how I spelled these out for you. This is the sidebar, that's right here, colored green, and this is for body content right here, and that's colored blue. So the height, they're both 600. That makes sense. You see the height of both of them. And then the width is 200 for the green, 600 for the blue. And all that does is it adds up to 800, 200, and 600. I could very easily change that if I don't like the look, and that's certainly your choice. You can make this 100, and then just add it up, and that's 700. I'll save that, and you'll see the difference here. But I think that's a little bit, a little too squished. So I thought 200 was a good number, large enough so that you can get your links on the side here, but not too big where it is confusing. Again, this is really the main content area. Okay, now I did 800 because I have a large screen, so I wanted it to really accommodate that. Technically, I would probably go 960, but it won't work for you in the Mac lab. Okay, now quickly though, I'm going to go ahead and add the last row. It's called a footer. And typically in a footer, you would find copyrights and those kinds of things. And you could even put additional links. Maybe link it up to Locking Out of High School or something like that. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and do the same format here. So I'm really just going to copy this, and I'll just paste over what I had originally written. Now, obviously, I don't want this. I'll just put copyright, and then I don't know, 2013, and you can make something up, DeContie, all rights reserved, something like that. And then I'm gonna save it, and then I'm gonna refresh. You can change the color if you wish. It's up to you. Again, these colors aren't the greatest, but I just went ahead and did some spelled out code. So you might want to look into that hex color guide, as you know, and choose a little bit more stylized color. Just don't forget to write that hashtag there. Okay. Last thing I want to do is put in another table, and I'm going to pause the video because I'm going to try to squeeze it into this. I just don't want to keep having you guys watch videos. These are two 15-minuters, so I'm going to pause and I'll come back and explain what happened. Actually, I've decided to hold off on the extra table. We'll do that when I get back. Here's what I need to do though. I need to come down into the code. Remember you commented out the code? It's safe to stay here. You don't need to delete anything. When you comment it out, it just won't show it. So all you have to do though is copy this link. I'm copying this entire U tag, this UL tag. I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to put it in the second column. You know, this is my writing here. Okay, and again, this code's going to be online for you. So I'm going to just squeeze it in right. Actually, this first column, beg your pardon, it's going to go in the second column here, and I'm going to paste it, and I'm going to save it, and I'm going to see what that looks like. And that's pretty easy, isn't it? I'm going to go ahead and pause again. Actually, I'm not going to pause this. I'm just going to go ahead and let this go, and you're going to see